I really want to make it clear that I like Lewis's content. I think it's well made. He comes across as a nice, friendly guy. I have to say, my opinion of him has changed slightly in this respect because of what's happened since, but nevertheless, he seems very friendly in his videos. He seems to specialize in phrasal verbs, and like I say, vast majority of what he produces is correct. I like the way he interacts with his mother. She comes across as being a very friendly, lovable person as well. It's great content, and I would absolutely recommend you use this to improve your English. Without any hesitation, I would recommend English with Lewis. There, I've said it. It's on the record. When I respond to his video, I am not going to respond to the part where he personally attacked me, because honestly, I don't care. The guy has never met me, never had a single word of conversation with me. He has no idea who I am as a person. So I just don't care what he says about me. It is water off a duck's back. If you've never come across that expression, there you go. Water off a duck's back. I don't attack teachers personally. I attack their level of English. I attack their teaching, not them personally. I leave the personal attacks to the TikTok English teachers in their response to me, because sadly, that's what seems to happen. And I will be honest with you, I did not expect that from Lewis. Like I say, he always comes across as a friendly guy, but there you go.
Well, he corrects teachers by insulting them, patronizing them, and deliberately trying to humiliate them. But let's see what he has to say.
I don't need to humiliate teachers. I think they do a bloody good job of humiliating themselves.
It's too expensive, but you can also say it's a rip-off.
That was the original video. Seems correct to me. And I quote Cambridge Dictionary.
Anybody who watches my channel regularly will know that I am not a great fan of dictionaries. That for me, they lost their credibility and authority a long time ago. But I'm going to go with this. I will accept the challenge, and we will look at the Cambridge Dictionary. So the first thing to note, and this is very, very important, he actually writes the expression to be expensive. That is important, not to be too expensive.
If you think something is not worth the expensive price, you can say it is a rip-off.
Okay, so let's take a look at the Cambridge Dictionary. So he wrote to be expensive. Okay, so what I have is be expensive to do. It's not what he had on his screen. I don't know why his screen is different from mine. Anyway, let's click on expensive. Expensive. Costing a lot of money. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, costing a lot of money. Okay, and then some examples. Okay, so what we need to do is look at what rip off means. So to rip off. To rip someone off, to cheat someone by making them pay too much money for something. Okay, so Bob's ticket cost £2.50 and my ticket cost £2.73. So yeah, I was ripped off, but £2.73 is not expensive. What else does it say? To rip off something that is not worth what you pay for it. Something that costs more than it's worth. Which is pretty much what I stated as the definition of rip off. When something is a rip off, it costs more than its value. Scroll up and down this page and you will see it has nothing to do with expense and everything to do with its worth, its value.
Saying something is too expensive is saying that it's not worth the expensive price, right?
Wrong. Something might be too expensive, but it is still worth the expensive price, in which case it is not a rip-off. Yes, something might be too expensive, and it is a rip-off. But something might be cheap, and it is a rip-off. Too expensive and a rip-off are two distinct things, Lewis. They don't mean the same thing. Those two expressions are not synonymous.
Did I say they were exact synonyms? I said it was an alternative, which it is.
Well, Lewis, you are presenting these alternatives as a way of expressing the same meaning or a similar meaning. By definition, that is a synonym.
I said it was too expensive, not expensive. It seems he's twisting my words a little bit.
Well, Lewis, you did write to be expensive, not to be too expensive in the Cambridge Online Dictionary. So, are you twisting your own words?
Not to mention the hateful attitude to people who are trying to educate others and they're just doing their best.
But Lewis, they're not trying their best. That is the problem with the English teaching online community. It is filled with people who just simply don't have the skills, anything like the skills to be teachers. And yet they're making content. And doing so, they are misinforming and deceiving students. Why, as a teacher, do you want to protect teachers? I don't understand that mentality. Protect the students. I don't care about bad teachers. Why do you? Why do you want everybody to believe that they're just trying to do their best? It is very clear they're not. Anyway, here comes the personal attacks against me.
And most of the time, he doesn't target people like me. He targets non-native speakers and people younger than him.
Lewis, look at this face. I'm 60. Everyone on the internet is younger than me.
Isn't that what a bully does?
I watched him yesterday with those beautiful sunglasses.
Remind you of anyone?
So according to Lewis, I am the equivalent of Donald Trump because I correct bad English teaching. I don't know what to say. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and then I'm going to invade Greenland and then insult some young non-natives. See you in the next video.